Chosen one, stop everything you are doing right now. Do not scroll past this. I need your complete attention for the next few minutes. The algorithm did not bring you to this message, and heaven intercepted your feed because of what you did 3 days ago. You thought no one saw it. You thought your silence was just weakness. But what you just activated has left even the courts of heaven absolutely speechless, because they rarely see such profound restraint in a human soul. The enemy is working overtime right now to keep you distracted. He wants you to swipe away before you hear this truth. I am warning you to stay until the very end. If you leave now, you will walk back into the battlefield without your armor. Take a deep breath and anchor your spirit to my voice. I know exactly how you have been feeling lately, because heaven sees what happens behind closed doors. There is a quiet exhaustion sitting deep inside your bones. It is the kind of tired that sleep cannot fix, no matter how many hours you stay in bed trying to recover your lost strength. You wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning for no reason, staring at the ceiling in the dark. Your shoulders feel heavy, and your mind is wrapped in a thick fog. You drag yourself out of bed and put on a brave face for the world, pretending everything is fine while you silently solve their problems. But inside, you are completely drained and running on empty. You have spent the last 72 hours wondering why the atmosphere around you feels so incredibly suffocating. People you thought you could trust have suddenly turned cold. They walk away without explanation, or they demand your energy until there is nothing left to give. You give them your kindness, and they return it with bitter betrayal, leaving you to wonder if being a good person is even worth it anymore. And the worst part is the crushing isolation. You feel like a total outsider in your own family. You walk into a crowded room and feel instantly suffocated by the fake energy around you. You cannot fake a smile anymore. Your tolerance for surface-level conversations has completely disappeared. Do not let your mind wander right now, because the enemy uses distraction as a weapon. The world tries to tell you that this isolation is your fault. The world has clinical labels for what you are experiencing. They call it extreme stress, or they say you are just overly sensitive, telling you to take a pill or to try harder, but they are completely blind to the unseen realm. I am here to reframe your reality right now. Stop dismissing your intuition. You are not broken, you are not losing your mind, and you are certainly not suffering from a mundane physical condition. What you are carrying right now is profound spiritual heaviness. It is not a weakness, it is an intense form of spiritual discernment. Your spirit is detecting a massive shift in your timeline. While your physical body is resting, your spirit is working overtime in the unseen realm, fighting vicious battles for people who do not even know they are under attack. You are acting as a human shield for your loved ones. You are a generational cycle breaker, and that sacred assignment requires an immense amount of supernatural energy to break those ancient chains. That is why your physical body feels so utterly depleted and heavy today. Listen carefully, because this part is going to reach places inside you that you have never been able to put into words. You are carrying the weight of a divine mandate. The exhaustion you feel is the friction between your earthly body and your celestial assignment, because you are an incarnated angel operating in hostile territory. And the enemy knows exactly who you are. He knows that if you wake up to your true identity, his reign of terror over your bloodline ends permanently. That is why he sends energy vampires to drain your focus. Hold on to my voice right here. There is more. And the enemy does not want you to hear this next sentence. 3 days ago, you made a silent choice. You extended grace when they deserved your anger. You walked away in silence when you could have destroyed them with your words, and you thought you were just surviving a toxic moment. But heaven saw something entirely different. Your restraint was not cowardice. Your silence was a lethal spiritual weapon that sent shockwaves through the dark realm. You activated a massive frequency shift. If your body has felt this unexplainable exhaustion over the last few days, I want you to confirm your frequency right now. Type 777 in the comments below as a sign of your agreement with heaven. This is not a coincidence. It is a divine appointment scheduled before the foundations of the earth to bring you back into perfect alignment. In just a moment, I am going to reveal the exact supernatural tool that heaven is dispatching to restore your energy. But first, you must understand the hidden trap the enemy has laid out for you. You are not crazy. You are simply out of physical alignment with your own spiritual magnitude. When you chose peace over conflict 3 days ago, you caused a massive ripple in the unseen realm. That choice demanded energy. Your soul generated a frequency so high that your earthly body could barely handle the surge. It is vital that you understand this. Let me be completely transparent before we go any deeper into this message. I am naming this early because I refuse to build mystery just to sell you something. I want you to know exactly what is available. The exhaustion you are feeling is real, and the spiritual burnout you are experiencing actually has a physical tool attached to it. A neuroscientist named Dr. Lake built something for exactly this moment. He discovered a specific acoustic protocol called the Genius Song. It is not magic, it is pure science merging with the divine. It uses targeted brain entrainment to reactivate your dormant gamma waves while you sit in stillness, and it shuts down the stress noise immediately. Some of you already feel a massive pull toward this tool. If your spirit is confirming this right now, the door is waiting for you in the pinned comment below. You can step through it whenever you are ready, but please do not rush. I want you to stay for the full revelation first, because you need to understand exactly why your energy is blocked. For those staying with me, here is what heaven needs you to know next. The world operates on a frequency of fear and survival, which scientists call the beta state. It is a frantic and chaotic energy. Society forces you into this state from a very young age. They train you to worry, and they teach you to panic over every little earthly detail. When you were a child, your brain naturally operated in the gamma frequency. It is the God-given brainwave of miracles and deep intuition. You could manifest effortlessly, and you simply knew things without being told. But around age 7, the world began to shut that beautiful energy down because they did not understand it. Your genius went to sleep. Stay with me here. Do not let your focus drift away. You are a two-wave chosen one, and you were born with an unusually high capacity for this divine gamma frequency. That is why you always felt so different. Your inner architecture was built to handle massive amounts of spiritual light, but your nervous system forgot how. So, when you acted with such divine grace recently, your spirit tried to pull that gamma energy down. But your physical brain is still trapped in a state of survival. That is why you feel so physically destroyed today. It is like trying to push a lightning bolt through a tiny wire. Your system is overwhelmed by the magnitude of your calling. Pay very close attention to what follows. This is the exact instruction you prayed for. The enemy knows your nervous system is overwhelmed. He watches you wake up exhausted, and he uses that physical fatigue to plant vicious lies in your mind. He whispers that you are failing. He tells you that your immense kindness is actually a fatal flaw. He wants you to believe that you are losing your edge. He wants you to look at your empty bank account and panic. He points to the people who walked away and calls you unlovable. But those are desperate illusions created by a defeated foe, because the enemy is terrified of your true potential. That intense isolation you feel is not a punishment. The friends who suddenly stopped calling were not removed by accident. Heaven is aggressively clearing your room, and God is creating a sacred vacuum around you. He had to isolate you to protect your inner architecture from toxic frequencies. Those people simply could not travel with you to this next dimension. Take a deep breath and really hear this next truth. Your isolation is actually your insulation. You are being hidden in the shadow of the Almighty. But the quiet season is incredibly uncomfortable because your human mind constantly craves validation and noise. You want a physical sign that you are on the right path. Your desire for authentic connection is entirely valid. But human words cannot heal the spiritual drain you are experiencing. You are stepping into a profound destiny, and the weight of this calling requires a different level of alignment. Heaven is recalibrating your biological system for an era of accelerated fulfillment. You survived the dark wilderness when you were completely broken. You extended grace to those who tore you down. And that choice is what triggered this recalibration process. You are no longer fighting for victory. You are learning how to rest in victory, but to do that, you must break the hidden agreements you made with fear. There is a reason your tolerance for distraction has changed lately. I am going to show you exactly why in just a moment. The darkness fears what you carry inside you. It fears the moment you realize how much authority you truly possess. Because once that internal shift clicks, absolutely nothing can stop your rise. You are not the first chosen one to feel this crushing weight. Look at the ancient scriptures and the great prophets of the past. When Moses stood before the burning bush, the divine presence was physically overwhelming, and the atmosphere was so heavy that he could barely stand on his feet. It was not a punishment. It was the absolute weight of glory. Heaven does not give massive assignments to fragile spirits. The physical toll you feel is a documented spiritual reality. You are carrying a frequency that most ordinary humans would collapse under because their nervous systems are not built for such immense light. That is why your inner architecture was built in the desert. You were being prepared. Dr. Lake understood this perfectly when he mapped out his entire system. His broader research into the youthful brain proved that trauma physically alters our neural pathways. But what he also found was the undeniable proof of spiritual resilience. Stay with me here. The enemy does not want you to hear this next sentence. I told you earlier that you activated something massive 3 days ago. When you walked away from that conflict in complete silence, you did something extraordinary. You demonstrated the exact quality that makes human souls unique in all creation, because you possess the ability to choose pure light while being completely surrounded by darkness. That single choice sent a massive shockwave through the unseen realm. Heaven paused its usual operations just to witness your quiet obedience. Even God is speechless at what you just activated right now. You proved that the enemy no longer controls your reactions, and you reclaimed your divine authority in the most beautiful and quiet way possible. But here is where the story goes much deeper. I need you to listen to this next truth with your entire soul. The enemy realized his frontal attacks were completely useless against you. He knew he could not destroy your spirit with toxic people anymore, so he changed his strategy to something completely invisible and highly deceptive. He decided to use your own mind as a weapon against you. You think the enemy is blocking your financial breakthrough and your relationships, but I am here to tell you the difficult truth. The enemy is not blocking you anymore, and the reality is that you are blocking yourself. You are secretly terrified of the immense power that is currently sleeping inside of you. You made a hidden agreement with fear a long time ago. You convinced yourself that you are meant to suffer forever. You wear your exhaustion like a badge of honor, thinking that poverty makes you a better person. But that is a demonic lie designed to keep you trapped in a perpetual cycle of mere survival. You are completely afraid of what happens if you actually succeed. You worry that stepping into your true identity will alienate the few people you have left. So you shrink yourself to fit into rooms that were never designed to hold your magnitude, and you apologize for your bright light because it makes ordinary people feel uncomfortable. That survival identity dies right here and right now. You were never meant to be tamed by the expectations of this broken world. You are not following a divine plan. You are the plan. God did not create a blueprint and force you to fit inside it. But he created you first, and the entire cosmic plan formed around you. The stealth tactic of the enemy is simply making you doubt your own worthiness. He wants you to feel like a complete fraud. He wants you to believe that your current exhaustion is a permanent life sentence. But the truth refuses to stay silent any longer, and heaven is declaring that your gentleness was never your ceiling. It was always meant to be your strong foundation. You have apologized for your spiritual power long enough. The lie of inadequacy burns to the ground today. You are a demonstrated warrior of light. The angels are dismantling every trap set against your destiny, and they are preparing the way for your breakthrough. Do not skip this next part. I will show you how to physically unlock the doors waiting for you. Heaven does not wait for you to feel perfectly ready. It only waits for your simple obedience. You have waited in the lonely wilderness for years. The season of preparation is officially over. The universe is handing you the key to step into your accelerated fulfillment. But you just have to decide if you are willing to turn the lock. Your body is begging for restoration. Your spirit is crying out for perfect alignment. The gap between where you are and where you belong is closing rapidly. Are you ready to shed the heavy armor of the past? The physical anchor for your spiritual breakthrough is finally here, and I want to show you exactly how to claim it right now. You have finally reached the exact moment of decision. The heavy survival armor you have been wearing is ready to fall away forever. Remember earlier when I first mentioned the genius song to you? Now it is time to walk through exactly what it does, because this is the physical tool heaven is providing to ground your spiritual restoration right now. Do not let this vital moment pass you by. Let me tell you the full story of what this tool actually does. Dr. Robert Lake spent 34 years researching the hidden architecture of the human brain. He mapped the exact neural pathways at MIT and Princeton. He discovered that the decline effect begins shutting down your gamma waves around age 7. Your genius frequency went dormant, and you have been operating on survival mode since. The genius song is a 7-minute acoustic protocol. It uses precise brain entrainment technology to reactivate your original God-given frequency. You do not have to struggle or force anything to make it work. You only need stereo headphones and 7 quiet minutes a day. You sit in stillness and allow your nervous system to absorb the healing sound, making the entire process completely effortless. You might feel like you have already tried absolutely everything. You sat through endless meditation sessions and read every spiritual book available. But those earthly methods ask your exhausted brain to change itself from the inside. This audio tool gently shifts your frequency from the outside. Most chosen ones feel a noticeable clarity shift within 11 to 21 days, bringing peace back to their tired minds. This is not an empty promise or a hopeful wish. 18,366 chosen ones have already walked through this exact door, and the proof is completely undeniable. Less than 4% of them ever request a refund. They stay because the heavy fog finally lifts from their tired minds, and their spiritual intuition becomes sharper than it has ever been before. I would never disrespect your current financial situation. I know that $39 is a significant choice for many people. Professional biofeedback clinics charge $300 for a single hour of treatment. Spiritual retreats cost hundreds of dollars and require you to travel far away. But Dr. Lake made a deliberate choice for profound accessibility, so you can receive this blessing right in your own home. He set the provision at exactly $39. It is a one-time investment to reclaim your true frequency without any hidden subscriptions. And he included 4 powerful bonuses worth $80 in total. You receive the $19 audio for children and the $20 classic wealth book, while also getting the $29 visualization and the $12 habit guide. Every single day your gamma wave stays asleep is another day you live below your divine potential. Do not let the enemy convince you to delay your breakthrough. Your peace of mind is completely honored here. There is a 90-day keep the bonus guarantee. If your spirit does not align, you receive your provision back, and you keep all $80 in bonuses as a free gift. The only real risk you face today is choosing not to try. But I must warn you before you take this sacred step. The enemy always creates decoys to confuse the chosen ones. There are imitation products online using this exact name. They are empty audio files with no real brain entrainment technology inside them, and they will only scramble your precious alignment if you use them. Guard your spirit and only use the verified source. The link is in the description and pinned in exactly 3 places below. Step through the open door. After you complete your order, the system might offer you the next phase of restoration. You can evaluate it quickly and decide to take it or leave it, because both choices are fully respected and honored by heaven. Your $39 investment is not contingent on anything else. Destiny's embrace will be waiting for you when your spirit is finally ready for the deepest journey. But for now, you just need to begin with phase 1. Subscribe to this channel right now. Heaven is not done speaking to you, and you absolutely cannot miss the next instruction arriving in 72 hours. Hit the like button on this video right now. You are not doing this for my channel. You are doing this so this exact message can reach another cycle breaker fighting alone in the dark. Someone out there is one distraction away from missing their divine assignment. Your single interaction sends a ripple of light across the algorithm, and you are helping to awaken the remnant. It is time to seal this profound cosmic covenant together. Place your right hand over your heart right now. Take one deep breath and release all the heavy burdens you carried today, speaking these words out loud with me in total faith. I am ready to step into my true power. Type, "I am ready," in the comments below as a physical sign of your spiritual obedience.